Right, new snapshot, new features. I'm sure for many that this snapshot is, or might be, the first one you really sort of check out. I know for me, I haven't been interested. I keep up with the features, but I don't normally check out the snapshots. I know they changed to data packs. You do have to enable them, and this stumped me. If you don't actually select them on the world creation, you can't enable them. I don't know why. It's pretty dumb. They should come preloaded, and then you can use the data pack command to enable them and disable them. But anyway, we'll proceed. Create the new world, experimental, blah blah blah. Ooh, I don't know if I put game rules on. I did not. That's right. We'll use the open a land sheet. Game mode, trader. There we go. Right. So what's happened? Well, the biggest thing that probably everyone's talking about, if I can find them, there we go, is the new smithing stuff. And it's pretty cool. I gotta say, it is kind of a missed opportunity. But before we tackle that, anyone who's interested in just playing this straight away, let's show how exactly you can enable the data pack onto a new world. Because again, you can't just unfortunately use the data pack command, even though you can list them right here. And you can see what the data pack is called. So for instance, if you want this one, it's just update _1_20. That's all you need. Built-in feature. So they're the selected ones. But anyway, let's hop into a pre-existing world and see what we can do. Right, so I have my command hub world here, Vanilla Plus. Let's hop in. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Cool. And unfortunately, like I said, you can't just do data pack, enable, update, _1_20. Comes up with this. Cannot be enabled since required flags are not enabled in this world. Kind of dumb. I mean, it's cool that they separate them into data packs so that you can toggle them on or off, but the simple fact that I'm going to have to jump through hoops to enable the data pack onto this world is kind of annoying. Like, I should easily be able to access it. I have it's there. It's simply because this world isn't flagged, and there's no ways to turn those flags on without obviously editing the game files. So we've got our two worlds, and the easiest way I can sort of figure out to do this is open your resource pack folder so you can find the Minecraft directory nice and easily, go into your saves, find your snapshot one, and you just want to copy over the level.data and the level.data old. I think you just need the new one, but I'm not too sure. We'll copy both. And then you just replace the ones in whatever world you want to activate the data packs on. It's unfortunate that they're not just in the data pack folder like a normal data pack. They're inbuilt into the Minecraft files and need to be activated. But anyway, we replace the level.data, we can exit out of that, and if we go back to our world, you can see they're now both enabled. Unfortunately, the name does change. You can obviously just rename that. We can go back to Vanilla Plus if I want. Perfect. It should really be an option on this menu, just to enable the snapshot data packs. It's really unfortunate that they've separated it. I understand it's to prevent corrupting worlds, but it's really annoying that you have to go through hurdles to activate it, because I would honestly like to experiment on this world. If I go back to my base, there we go, 0200, perfect. So it will be a bit wonky. Obviously your player data won't save, and you will spawn wherever your coordinates are set to in the other world, plus obviously all the game rule options. So for instance, normally I have no command block outputs because I have quite a lot running. There we go. But everything still works, it's still my world. You'll just have to figure out your coordinates. You can do it a lot easier with an NBD data editor, so something that can actually open and edit the level dot file, and then you can just copy over the data packs. They're in the disabled section. We might go through it at the end of this video, just to show you where exactly they are if you want to go that route. Otherwise, we've got our world. We can come over here, because I should have a smithing table somewhere. No, I don't. That's fine. We can put one down, and we can finally take a look at the unfortunate new updates. And I say unfortunate because to me, it's honestly a big missed opportunity. So, right, smithing table. You've probably seen this before. I doubt I'm the first person you're watching. If you're watching this, you need a smithing template, which you can go out, find in the world. Really great idea. Obviously, it promotes exploration because now you have reasons to visit all the old generated structures, so you can actually find all these different trims. So what do we have? We've got Sentry, Dune, Coast, Wild, Ward, Eye, Vex, Tide, Snout. That's an interesting one. Rib and Spire. You know what? I like the sound of Rib. So you can duplicate them, I believe, with diamonds. You start with putting this in here. You can either put in a piece of armor or put in an ingot. Oh, actually, I think it's on a crafting table. Might have to look them up. Again, this isn't, to be honest, what I'm interested in or what I sort of want to talk about in this video. And then you need to put in ingredients or a secondary color, which is good. Still could be a bit better. Oh, I hate that the UIs don't stay. Cool. Looks neat, but it's just cosmetic. Great. But again, it's just cosmetic. And I've got command blocks to do this. So for instance, if I take netherite scraps out, I grab out this chest plate, and we go ahead and drop it onto, I believe it's this. Should get tinkered. No. Okay, that's actually worse. You know what? It's not the items. I used the wrong ingredient. The netherite chest plates, netherite ingots. Yeah, there we go. Get smithed, and all of a sudden now we have a netherite chest plate with more armor, more knockback resistance, and luck. The attribute system that has been in the game for as long as I can remember. Obviously not. It was like the combat update or anything, and they've just done nothing with it. This could have been a perfect opportunity to make customizable armor. You know, you could have versions where it's less armor for other stats. It could be a way to buff up these other armors. So for instance, they've increased sort of the exploration gap from when you can upgrade diamond to netherite, because now you have to go to a bastion, you have to find the netherite upgrade trim. Yeah, there we go. This one. This netherite upgrade. You need this ingredient plus the old crafting stuff. And I honestly wish they did more with it. Like, they didn't have to go to anything extreme. Just to use a case in point, if I take out, say, a netherite block, and I come over here and I name it, I think it's like H-attacker. Drop it on the ground, we get a helmet. Now I equip this helmet, I'm also going to move away from that. We're going to get strength. So this helmet gives strength 2. An easy system they could have tied into all the different trims on armor. They could have made it either actually make use of the attribute system, or they could have taken a step further and made it have set bonuses, where you get X potion effect for having a set decked out a certain way. It's unfortunate in that sense. Again, I, like many, am really excited about the update. One, it's cool to have all these different armors. It throws a monkey wrench sort of into my project here, because there's a lot more I would like to do with it now, since there is a multitude of armor to pick from. In fact, you know what I want to look at while we're here? I want to look at the data tags. Cool. Because I'm curious what it actually looks like. Again, this has all my attributes, so disregard them, because it's way too massive. Why are they repeating so much? That's curious. I'm gonna have to grab a new one. Actually, look. Let's have a look at different trim. So I like the rib. I like that. What do we have? Dune Coast. What's got like a coolish pattern? This one. And Quartz, I know, is another one. And I'm glad they're finally giving more use to these tables. They should really do something with the fletching table, though. That's the next big thing that sort of needs an upgrade. I'm not too big on the white. Red, definitely. That looks way cooler. Anyway, let's try and take a look at the data again. Okay, so how do they do it? Okay, so it's got this tag. Material, quartz, pattern, trim. So this is going to be super easy for me, because anything like this, I only have to look for one. So for instance, I can just use the 8 different patterns, is it? How many is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it's 9. It's 11. 11 patterns. Still, it's fine. So I could easily, and I'm probably going to, just make a system that detects whichever trim you have and give you X effect. And then I could make a system that does material and do the same thing. And I just wish they would take all their ideas a step further. Like, the mob vote, for instance, that's another thing that always kind of grinds my gears. Is it really that hard to develop 3 new mods? Like, why do we have to pick one? You could make the vote count for whichever one comes out first, but if you've conceptualized them all, I can guarantee you they have some of the work pre-done. They're not starting from scratch. So it should just be dealt out, is all I'm trying to say. The same with this. This should be taken a step further, and it should have some sort of benefit. It should help progress the system. Anyway, that's my gripe with it. Well, how about the good things? Let's talk about the good things. Okay, so one, it's a diamond sync now. So, I hate clouds. This is another thing. If you do what I did to sort of, it's going to take all the world settings from whichever one, the level.data you copied over. But yeah, so it's a diamond sync. It also prolongs the requirement to upgrade armor, so you're stuck with diamonds again for a lot longer. Because it was a big issue, because you'd often get netherite straight away, like you just blitz to the nether, grab your scraps, go get whatever diamonds, and almost just skip diamond armor. Diamond armor lost its usefulness. You can also trim everything, which again would have been great if you could. For instance, if the trim made, say, diamond armor equivalent to netherite, make diamond armor more useful, you would prioritize getting the trim, because now you don't need to go get the netherite upgrade to actually upgrade the armor. But just trimming diamond does nothing. It's still just the base stats. The luck attribute is never made use of. I don't think knockback resistance or knockback strength is ever made use of. Oh, no, there we got a little bit of knockback resistance. But there's no speed. There's just so many attributes that they just do nothing with. And again, the potion effects. Like whichever trim is from the Ocean Monument. I assume this one. Yeah, Tide. I mean, how cool would it be if this gave you, say, Dolphin's Grace, if you had a full set of this gear? What does it look like? Lapis, I'm going to guess, is another one. Can we do blue? Can I shift click? Perfect. Yeah. Yeah, that's decent. So yeah, so if you had this Tide armor, and it gave you Dolphin's Grace, wouldn't that be a lot cooler? Like, cosmetics aside, they could have done more with this system, is all I'm going to say. Anyway, we'll go over the NPD data stuff. I don't really... Again, there's lots of content creators that have going through all the different armor sets. Go enjoy them. It's not... I don't want to just copy-paste random crap and spit it out to you guys. I want to actually discuss something. But yeah, before we move on, we'll look at the NPD data, and then I do want to do another video on the command changes, because there's a few command changes that are actually quite substantial, and I think I just glossed over by everyone, but they make a lot of things feasible now that I've had to sort of work around in my system. But we'll take a look at that in the next one. Let's take a look at the NP data stuff. Right, so I've just added another world of mine here. So parkour, we'll just head into it, invert it to the snapshots. Here we are. Everything still works, but yada yada. We'll save and quits. Okay, so now it's on version 23W. No data pack enabled. No way to enable the data pack, unfortunately. And then we'll open our NPD data. So where are they? I think they're in my normal saves. Yep, there we go. NBT Explorer 2.8.0. Google it. You can find it easy. Download it if you want to edit the NPT data of your files. Now we open it. This is what it looks like. So it's got your saves, parkour, snapshot, vanilla. First we need to look at snapshot. So if we go down to the level.data, into data, we can see here it's got enabled features 3. So these are the different, well, the update, the bundle, and just normal vanilla. But what we will see in a second is this is missing from our original world. And that's essentially the flags that the game is trying to check whenever I use the data pack command. So if we go ahead and we paste them in, oh, that is not where it wants to go. It wants to be in data. So I cannot control C, I can exit. So I click on data, paste it in, it's loaded, and then you should also be able to take the data packs out of the disabled branch. So if we just control X and put them into enabled, and this way we don't have to activate them. Okay, and I'm going to do it for the level.old as well. I'm not too sure which one you do have to edit. So, safe than sorry, just do both. Paste into the data again. There we go, enabled features, and we'll do the data packs too. So Control X, Control V, Control X, and Control V. Make sure you save, otherwise they won't be updated. And let's see if it works. Single player, parkour, experimental. Perfect. And if we look in our inventory, trim, they're all there. So you can either, again, just copy the level.data from a world that has them enabled, or you can download NPT Explorer and then copy over the enabled features and then the data packs, rather than Mojang just giving you a data pack file. You can slot right into the pre-existing data pack folder. Come on, they can do better. Anyway, we'll talk more about the update soon enough. Hope you enjoyed.